Hello, my beautiful Earth Soul family. Welcome into my channel. You've got Janae or Janae on the channel. Welcome in. Um, for those of you who have been here before, welcome back, family. Good to hear you, see you. I ain't hear you yet, but I hear you in the 5D. Those of you who's your first time, welcome in. Welcome to your journey, your self-love journey, your healing journey. It's good to have you. So we've got another good one this week. I always say there's a lot going on. And when you're on this self-love journey, there's always something going on. But just in some of the conversations and things that I've had in the last week, I've seen that a lot of people are just going through some energy vampirism. There are people out here trying to cause chaos and shake people's foundation and mess with their mental, and that messes with your vibration. And what we're not doing is letting people mess up our vibration. We're staying high vibrational. And so we hear a lot of times when things happen, when people cause chaos or situation, you hear of these crimes of passion. And that is when we don't deal with our shadow, and we haven't done our shadow work. We've dealt with our egos, and we haven't killed those off and tempered them and learned how to use them in a positive, progressive way, or at least a protective way. Shadow's here for a reason. I talk about duality and incorporating the two, because it's not about just live in love and light, and it's not just about darkness. It's about incorporating the two. Balance, because that shadow is your protection. It also helps to back up that intuition, and you want to make sure that you're using it in the right way, so that when people, place, or thing, circumstance comes at you, that they're not using that as a weakness against you, but that you've learned how to use it in a strength and power. And so today we are talking about feelings versus emotions. And now I always say, you've got to feel it to heal it, then release and clear it. And that's a big difference between emotions. So many times people think it's the same thing, but it's not. And with feelings, you want to feel, because you have to be able to understand what's going on and to release negative energies. But what you don't want is an emotional response because of your feelings. I know you've heard, who angers you controls you. And that's where we get those crimes of passion, where if people are using their shadow to irritate them demons, the shadow side that you haven't learned to temper, well, then that can put you in a dangerous situation. Then you can react, which that's my next messages. You're going to react in an emotional response, which can cause you to be in a situation. And if you have held in pain and anger and hurt, and you've not dealt with those things, you've not dealt with the shadow aspects of your life, your hurts, while you're here, you're healing, then you are going to react out of an emotional response, and somebody in their shadow and in low vibration is going to know how to trigger you. And now you've not protected yourself because you've not incorporated shadow to come in and protect you from that response. So feelings versus emotions. Let's get to it, shall we? So the first thing I want to do is go into more of a definition. A lot of times we hear words all the time and never have actually looked or understood the definition of those words. So let's take a dive into those words. So we're going to start with emotions. Emotions is a natural, instinctive, or intuitive state of mind that comes from one's circumstances, mood, or relationships with others. Let me give you an example. Example, they were attempting to control their emotions. Emotions are reactions to feelings. So let's go into feelings. Feelings. An internal belief, sensitivity to, or intuitive understanding of something. A self-contained phenomenal experience. Which is it? Feelings are the subjective experience of emotions, while emotions are the psychological state, the influence our behavior and thoughts. So feelings are often described as private or personal. It's an inner knowing. It's what you feel. It's inside. Whereas emotions are considered more public or social or outward. To me, emotions are the physical manifestation of feelings. So whereas feelings are more internal and self-contained, and you can maybe see someone kind of reacting, which my next message, but emotions are more of a physical state of those feelings. Emotional response. You can feel it to heal it. But the emotional response is, I feel sad. Okay. My emotion to that is crying. So it's the physical manifestations of feeling sad. And we could take it a step further, which I may be angry. A physical manifestation of that is to punch the person who made me angry. That's some shadow work. Don't do that. And then you're going to get a low vibrational response. Now someone who has angered you, has controlled you, and made you have an emotional response to something. Now you're going to jail. So we have to learn how to temper ourselves. Which, let me go ahead and put what that is. To temper yourself is to deliberately control or moderate one's emotions, actions, or reactions. So we're going to go into how to temper ourselves. But first, we are going to talk about our emotions and our feelings. So I would say you want to feel it to heal it. And you need to learn how to feel things. We are here in our human avatars. We are on this earthly plane to feel and understand those emotions. But how do we control those feelings? It's an inner dialogue, an inner working. So you want to get it out. Crying is a good way. People always think, oh, you can't cry. That makes you weak. No, it doesn't. Because it's a good way to get that out. I talk about creative expressions. It's so good to use creative expressions, especially when you're in a lower vibrational feeling or an emotional state. You want to transmute that. You want to get that out of your body. I've talked about writing to get it out. I've talked about, and that's whether it's poetry or song or just journaling, dancing, singing, music is such a great way to transmute low vibrational energies and negative energies into a positive form, to raise your vibration. Even if you're not singing, listen to someone else. Because remember, the things that you see, I always say the eyes are the gateway to the soul, but I also believe so are the ears and the mouth. Because words hold power, right? That's a vibration. Your eyes, they see. What are you taking into your person? And your ears, what are you hearing? What are you allowing to come into your essence, into your soul, into your spirit of yourself? What are you allowing to take space within your person? And whenever you get into an emotional state, the first thing you want to do is ground yourself. You want to stop Some of us are prone to possibly blacking out. You get angry enough. The best thing to do is to figure out, why did that make me so angry? The first thing is to stop. It's kind of like when you're crossing the street. Stop, look, and listen before you cross the street, before you react. You want to feel it, which is, let's just use anger, because, you want to be slow to anger, especially. Because that's what lands most people in trouble that they get in, is a response from anger. Or sadness, because usually it's, I'm sad, now I'm angry because you made me sad. Now I have to do something about it. And a lot of times you can't do anything about it. Somebody cuts you off in traffic and it's not your fault, and someone's a dingleberry dum-dum. What do you want to do? Your emotional response is to chase after them and honk your horn and cut them off. But I've seen plenty of fail videos where someone's done that and flipped their vehicle, and now they're getting tickets. Probably gonna go to jail, probably in the hospital. It's a whole thing. And is that person worth that emotional response? Absolutely not. But they sure did get that energy from it. So we're gonna say high vibrational. We toss it to the side. They'll get there somewhere else. And we're not wishing negative on people. But you get back what you put out. So I tell you, have the day you deserve. Have the day you deserve, because your energy is gonna put that out in the universe. So let's just use that example. I'm driving, someone cuts me off and I'm angry. What do we do? Well, I can't write or journal down. So what do I have on my person physically? How can I change that? Breathing. We've talked about our deep breathing exercises. We breathe. We bring ourselves back to our person and we center ourselves. And we ask internal questions. Why did that make me so angry? Why was that so upsetting to me? For me, it's the safety aspect of it. It's rude. Also, I mean, you're putting me in danger because you can't chill out. And then it's just a lack of care. We all are given a certain type of general, have some sense. We're on the road. So you're saying, I don't care about your life or your well-being. Rude. So I can react and I can go crazy and act a fool, but now you've lowered my vibration. You're getting my energy and energetic response based off of your stupidity. And some people, these vampires out here, do that on purpose to get that. And you're a stranger controlling my person. Absolutely not. I don't know you at all. I'm not going to allow you to have control over me because I had an emotional response based off of your stupidity. No. I'm going to take a deep breath. And I'm going to keep taking deep breaths until I have felt my inner being calm down. And then laughter. Laughter raises the vibration. Let me tell you, if I get very irritated, I'm one of them road ragers. I know my shadow. I'm very, very aware of my shadow and have incorporated it very well. And I'm not giving out any of my energy to these low vibrational husks. Oop. I have to explain some of them words. Low vibrational, empty people who don't have nothing to live for and want to take from you. Absolutely not. What do? I'm going to temper myself. I'm going to breathe. And I'm going to think of something really funny. I think I've said this in another video, but a good way for me to bring me back into myself is to shout out something absolutely ridiculous. Like you hear about my dingleberry dum-dum. That's funny to hear out loud. Just screaming out a phrase or something that is just absolutely ridiculous is so funny. It'll make you laugh out loud. LOL. And just that action, that reaction of laughter will immediately raise your vibration, because now you're focused on your silliness and your laughter. Right now, like this dingleberry dum-dum who is revving their engine. They clearly need attention because they're not getting any. And it's hard to ignore when people are stupid, because someone's trying to get the energy, but whatever. That means they're lacking somewhere. Don't give them your energy now. You've given away the piece of you for some idiot. They're not worth it. Use that as an opportunity to teach yourself how to stay grounded and tempered, and how to control your inner being and that shadow side of you that wants to snap out on somebody who is like, a big thing for me is respect. And when people are disrespectful, especially on the road, oh, that's the quickest way to piss me off. And so what I just say, one, you don't know me. Two, you're a low vibrational being, so I can't expect any better from you. It's kind of like a child. When a child throws a temper tantrum, you can't expect much better from them. They're a child, they're learning. Same thing. Just because you're old doesn't mean you're grown. You're just a big old child. You're just a child in a big old adult body. And there's a lot of adult children running around here in this world. And some of us, my empaths, my light workers, we have a greater responsibility to be the example. And that doesn't mean that you get run over or steamrolled, that we turn the other cheek. Because I told y'all, I'm old school. We don't turn the other cheek. It's an eye for an eye. But we do that in different ways now. We do it in a teaching sense, in a learning sense. We're going to teach you. Or let that universe teach you. Because remember, the energy you put out is the energy you get back. And so, have the day you deserve. I'm not going to wish bad on you. I'm not going to say, I hope you're better. No, I'm not giving out that energy, but have the day you deserve. Let the universe deal with you. I'm going to let source deal with you. You low vibrational. You can't be in my space. I'm not going to allow you to have that energy, stranger or not. You got a friend on the phone or someone on social media, say you post something, and you always got that one person that wants to make a smart comment or be rude or disrespectful because they're low vibrational. You don't have to give them a response. I have people all the time who want to make smart, elegant comments. You post a picture, you do something, and then they want to say something just to get at you. Say something, some smart, elegant comment, think they funny. The best response is no response at all. Now they got to hold that energy, that stupidness, because they expected you to respond and say something, and they get that response. I'll leave you on red before I respond to your stupidity, because I'm not giving my energy to you, your stupidness. So we are learning how to temper ourselves and our shadow, and we're learning how to understand the difference between feelings and emotions. And knowing that we're supposed to feel to heal it, but we don't need to have a physical, emotional response. If you need to cry, crying is good, because it's not going to land you in jail. Go away and go into your peace and cry. Crying is actually really good, because in the physical, it gets that out. And if you're not one who can't tap into that emotional response, and it may lead you to anger first, journal. Get your music going. Music is a really good way to change your vibration. And make sure you're listening to high vibrational music. And if a lot of times things without words are really good for that. I like frequency music. Make sure it's the right frequency, the right megahertz to lift your vibration. There's no words or anybody else's energy or emotions tied to that. We're having a lot of low vibrational people out here today. I don't know what is well, I know what's going on. I told you, shadow has to submit. The dark always has to submit to the light. Don't mean they like it. Don't mean they're not going to try to drop you down a few pegs. But you control your person. You control your response. You can control how you are going to deal with that. Cry it out. You can laugh. Laugh. What we want to do is take away the power of changing our vibration. If you are prone to a low vibrational response, gratitude is the best way to immediately change that vibration. Because the thing is, when someone lowers your vibration, that changes everything. It can change your whole day. It can change your future outcomes. It can change, what your gifts and blessings may be. Don't let anybody come in and destiny swap with you. If you respond low vibrationally, that's somebody trying to come in and destiny swap with you. They're trying to take your gifts and the goods that's coming your way. Don't allow them to have that type of power. We gonna say, enough, get thee away from me. We're gonna LaShun, we're gonna stop that. Even if you gotta call them out, you stand in your truth and your power. Because the thing about the truth is the truth. And my thing is I'm always moving the truth. And if you don't like the truth, well, guess what? Change it. They ain't got nothing to do with me. If it's the truth and you don't like it, change it. But I sure am gonna call it out. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend, fake the funk for you. So, working on our emotional responses, how to feel it, to heal it without having an emotional response that's detrimental to your health or your vibration. So, it says learning to temper yourself. And I already explained what tempering it is, which is deliberately to control or moderate one's emotions, actions, or reactions. And that's what you want to do. You want to be so in control of your person that nobody can shake your foundation. Nobody can crack it. They can shake you. They can move you. Nothing. That you realize that that is surface level and that you're so far above that people can't shake you. So, a state of gratitude. When something bad happens or something negative happens, immediately think of something good in contrast to balance that out. So say someone just made you angry or pissed you off. Think of something that makes you happy. Person, place, or thing. Think of something that makes you laugh, makes you happy. Something that you're grateful for. I'm grateful for good friends. I'm grateful for the joys of my life, for my little boy. I am grateful for so many things. I'm grateful for the sunshine. I'm grateful to breathe another day. Think of things that you are thankful for immediately to counteract that. And once you get so into the thought of just saying the things that you're grateful for and thankful for, it'll cover up that negative vibration that tried to come your way, that shadow that tried to steal your light. Because what we're not doing is that. We got big boy lumens, remember? We're not letting nobody take our light. So, one, think before you speak. Not everything needs a response. Like I said, people will purposely say things to you to control your response, to get energy off of you. You don't even have to respond. I have a friend, let me tell you, she is no joke. I just love her and I admire her. She has the ability to give 0 F's about anything when it comes to people and her vibration. People will say stuff to her. When I tell you, this girl is stone cold silent. It could be the most ignorant thing. She will kill you with silence. I have seen her do a shutdown that was so amazing. I've learned from watching her. Not everything or everyone deserves a response. Just because they ask or speak or say something to you doesn't mean you have to respond to them. And what does that do energetically? It bounces off of you and sticks to me. What do they say? I am rubber, you're glue. What you say bounces off of me and sticks to you. It holds that power. When you don't respond to someone's negative vibration, because there's some responses that you can have that are great to shut that all down. But there are some times where they don't even deserve a response. So what do? We invoke silence. And by invoking that silence, you've kept your energy and your power. And then you've made them stick with that own energy. So the energy they try to send to you, now they have to hold it. They got to keep that crap. Which is funny in itself, watching someone fidget over the energy that they tried to send you, but now they're forced to keep. Find your inner peace and operate from that place. Calm down. Think of calming things to do. Like I said, our breath work, breathing is very important. 8 in, 8 out. Taking a minute to just recenter our person. Laughter, journaling, music, so many different ways. What raises your vibration? Do that. Working out. I tell you, there's some times where I'm so internally shaken and I'm just having a lot going on and I can't think past the fog and the chaos in my mind. I go work out. I will go work out. It'll break that down. I'll play my music same time and I'll get it out. Get out in the physical. I can't write. I'm going to get it out. It's going to make me healthy, make my body feel better. It's also going to make me feel better because now I've transmuted that. I've gotten that out of my person and put it down. Go walk some laps. Get on that elliptical. Lift some weights. Run in place. Do something to get that transmute that energy. Practice relaxation skills, breathing, exercising, speaking life into yourself. That's a big one. Gratitude, positive affirmations, exercise, creative outlets, talking about the body. I clearly already got this down, but those speaking that life into yourself. Even if you don't believe the words that you're saying, or the words aren't true yet, you're speaking life into yourself. So speak it. So you are calm. You are patient. You are not shaken by negative vibration. You are not shaken by the words. You speak that into yourself, because as you speak it, you believe it. The power of life and death is in the tongue. Speak life into yourself, baby. If you're not going to do it, who else is going to do it? You better be the first person that's speaking life into yourself. And another good thing is when something happens, use I statements. Instead of focusing on the blame, which you just keep thinking, this person did it, you're focusing on that negative thing. This happened, da-da. Use I statements. Well, I'm upset because of this. Why is this? What it's doing is it's making you think. Oh, confirmation growl. I'm on my lunch break doing this message. I've had a lot going on in the last week or so, and so I'm spending my time and my energetic time to be eating, and I'm getting myself right for some of these crazy customers, delivering love and light to you guys. So you're welcome. But yes, so we want to speak life into ourselves, but we want to use I statements so that we can put it back to us, not give anybody the energetic response. We said it makes us look at ourselves, and that's also good shadow work. Why am I so upset by this? Why does this bother me? What did I do or didn't do to allow? How can I change the situation or the circumstance? How can I now take power over the situation? So a lot of this is taking a good look at ourselves internally and understanding ourselves, because so many times we don't understand why we're upset, or why we're triggered, or we're angered, or why we're responding this way. And so the more that we get to understand our person and understand ourselves, the more that we have control of ourselves, the more that we can incorporate shadow in a healthy, balanced way, the more that these negative energies can't come in and steal our light and our joy. They can't take from us, because we control that. And just like in my power statement, I'm the author of my fate. I control me, which is our power statement. But you control your person. Don't let somebody else control you. Who angers you controls you. No. Learn to temper yourself. Learn to take control of your person. Let me tell you, that's going to make you so bad, because now nobody can shake you. And if it comes from a place of insecurity, well, now you realize that. Now you can heal that. You got to feel it to heal it. So yes, feelings versus emotions, we need to feel, because we need to work through our energetic responses. We need to work through why those things are happening in our body, good and bad. Understanding ourselves to the deepest part of ourselves. That's self-love. Self-love journey is knowing and understanding yourselves, and you have to feel it to heal it. You have to feel it to understand it, to transmute it. But what we don't need to have is a negative emotional response. Find positive emotional responses. Laughter. Even crying. You can cry because it's a cleansing, it's a clearing. That's why people, even in death isn't the ending. Death comes to collect, but it's also the beginning. It's the ending and the beginning. It's the ending of old and the starting of new. So even in death, it's a positive. It can be a positive. And that's hard to say, but death doesn't come to end. It comes to collect and take what was there to replace in the new. Something new will come from that ending, from that collection. And so we have to understand the positives in the negatives. And in that your life will change so dramatically, because it won't be a victimization of self. We aren't victims of life. Once you learn how to not constantly be a victim of life, then man, now you've taken control and power of that. I feel a confirmation growler coming. So when negative feelings arise, be grateful. I was a confirmation growler. I heard that. 30:30 on the clock. When negative feelings arise, be grateful. Be grateful. And use them for your highest and best good. And there's so many opportunities to do that, because when you have to deal with the humans out here, especially the empty husk ones, they're gonna trigger you in the most ridiculous ways. And it has made me more of a creative individual, because I've had to come up with creative outlets, responses, ways to change how I respond to people, or how I collect or block energies. And it becomes a game. I mean, that's life anyway, right? And I want to be the master of this game, especially in my life. And how do we do that? We take control of our person, and we don't allow other people to control us. We learn those hurts and traumas. We dive into the things that we're scared of. If you're afraid of something, then you need to go towards it. And I'm not talking about, I've been clear about something. Maybe I'll go towards, but that's been my thing, to shake me up. Especially this, I started the previous year when I started my journey, but this year I'm diving more into that. If it's something that makes me uncomfortable or I'm scared of it, I'm about to do it, because I'm about to learn something. And it's going to be quite the experience. It's going to change the way I see things. It's going to change my vibration. It's going to be something else I've conquered. Because one thing is, I don't want to fear anything. Because then it controls me, just like anger does. Anger controls you, so does fear. Because it takes away from your experiences, because you're too afraid to do something. Now there's something you haven't experienced. And what's life? Life is about experience. You've just taken that away from yourself. You've taken that away from something for you to learn and experience and to see, and that may change your perspective of life as a whole. Don't be afraid, and don't worry about confirmation growl. We have a lot of confirmation growls for my no lunchtime. So guys, I want you to be more aware of yourself, of your person, because hey, here's the thing: if you're not aware, guess what is? Everybody else. Shadow for sure. Darkness, negative vibrations. Because how do you think that energy thrives and it continues to keep growing? It's because of the attention you give it. Do you think I'm giving attention to any of the foolishness that's going on in our world right now? Not negative vibrations, I'm not. The reason why you see people out here, especially big people, big name people out here, tweeting and texting and posting their foolishness, is because they want the vibration. Whether it's negative or positive, it's still energy. I'm not giving that out to you. I'm not even acknowledging your foolishness. We're on a totally different energetic plane. You can't even get here. And of course you would want my vibration, negative or positive, because then you're getting something from me. Absolutely not. We're not even on the same energetic level. So why would I even bother? What have I told y'all, my butterflies? A fly does not spend time. No. Run. A bee does not waste time explaining to flies why honey is better than right? So I'm not out here explaining to flies what of this honey is better than I'm not doing it. Don't waste your time on it either. Energetic responses. Keep that to yourself. Let's use it for higher vibrational things. And it's a lot of that. These next few years are going to be some low vibrational years. Y'all going to see some stuff, and it's made to mess with you. But when you realize that it doesn't, 111, 111, as I'm saying that it does not have any place in your vibrational circle. So it doesn't even affect you. When you realize that once you're on a whole different energetic plane, that the same thing that other lower vibrational people and beings are dealing with won't affect you. It may irritate you and it may anger you. All right, do some shadow work. Figure out why that bothers you so much and then transmute it and get back to your high vibrational state. It doesn't affect you. It doesn't affect me because I won't allow it. When you realize that you control your destiny, and when you allow other people to shake you, now your energy swapping, your destiny swapping, well, it changes how you deal with people as a whole. And the one unfair part, which life is unfair, nothing's fair, is that them lower vibrations, some negative energies and entities and people, they know that. That's why they move that way. They can't be high vibrational. So what am I going to do? I'll be low vibrational and I'll still get that energy. Let's temper ourselves so we don't go to jail. Right? Let's not have low energetic responses. Let's surprise them. You ever been in an argument with somebody who's trying to really piss you off and you just start laughing? Now you already know if they're purposely trying to lower your vibration and piss you off and take that from you, and you just start laughing. Oh, that swap happens immediately. You ever feel it? They be real mad. Why are you laughing? What's so funny? What's not funny? You're ridiculous, and I'm not giving this to you. Laughter changes the vibration, and let's just put it back on you. Let's put a block, rubber your glue. So now it's bounced off of you and stick to them. All right, guys. Well, I would say I'm going to keep it short and sweet, but 36 plus odd minutes is not short and sweet. But it is for some of my messages because we've been up into the hour realms, right? But I'm going to get back in here and help my girls get off my break. Maybe take a few bites of my salad. But I hope you guys have a beautiful high vibrational day. And that you are adding high vibrational energies to the collective. Because we need it. We're in a low vibrational time. And we need to counteract those energies. Because what we won't do is that. And this is a crucial time for us to be lifting our vibration, raising our vibration. So my Earth Soul family, those of you who are in our self-love journey, self-love is emotional regulation. Self-love is knowing yourself enough to know your limits, who can be around you, and what you can tolerate and what you can take. So keep that in mind. Work on transmuting your feelings, cleansing, and clearing your feelings, and not having low vibrational emotional response. And be okay with some tears, man. It's good and healthy to cry. My men out there, don't let nobody tell you that you're weak because you cried. That person is low vibrational and weak if they told you cried. It doesn't make you any less of a man to cry. At all. You're a human. You're a person. You're here in this body. You're going to have a response. And it doesn't make you any more of a man to go and beat somebody's face in. Then instead to cry and transmute that energy and deal with it. Because some people, like me, I cry in anger. I don't just cry in sorrow and sadness. I cry in anger. If I'm not boohooing, I look sad, and there are tears streaming out my face, get away from me. I'm transmuting this anger. You don't want to keep messing with me. But I figured out plenty of ways to where it doesn't have to be physical. And it makes you so strong to be able to do that. And then you can literally be in any place or avenue in any situation. You can't be out here allowing people to shake you and move you. So you're going to have a heart of gratitude and a heart of thanks, because somebody's always got it worse than you. Remember that. Just when you think it couldn't get worse, it can. Please don't test the universe. We're not moving in a lack mindset. Be grateful for what you do have, and then everything around you will multiply because you're grateful for what you do have. Keep in mind that you control your destiny. You control your fate. So back to the power statement one more time. Our words of affirmation, our power statements. I am the author of my fate. I control me. All right. My Earth Soul family, my butterflies, my loves, my buds, my little flower buds. For those of you who heard my last message, if you didn't, go listen to it. It's something in there for you. All right, guys, I love you guys very much. Have the highest and most beautiful, best high vibrational day. Don't allow anyone to control you. And be your best self. continue on this journey. It's 2025. We busting them energies out. We're using our sealy fingers and saying what enough is enough. I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.